I wanted to believe, but the tools have been taken away. The X-Files have been shut down. They closed our eyes. Our voices have been silenced. Our ears now deaf to the realms of extreme possibilities.
Reinstatement of the X-Files must be undeniable.
Welcome everybody to the Dark Talk Files, episode 34, Red Museum. I am your host, Dan, and I'm here with my FBI partner, my bro, my best friend, Paul. How's it going?
I love you, Dan.
I love you too.
I'm very well, thanks. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Just about to enjoy this nice cup of hot tea and maybe sit down for a vegan meal. Who knows?
Well, I just singed my fingertips on this scalding hot cup of black coffee, and I've just made it, and I didn't pick it up by the handle. I picked it up by the cup, and even though it was hurting, I followed through with the swig, and now my fingertips are really hurting.
And now your throat is also decimated by the heat of the hot liquid.
I'm used to it though. I burn myself about 4 times a week.
What, with cigarettes,
Honestly.
a lighter?
Ovens, toasters, air fryers, you name it, it's there. Yeah.
Fuck that. Hate a burn. Hate a burn. What's worse? A tiny little burn on your hand, say, or wherever. A paper cut on your finger, or if you cut your fingernails too short and they start pressing into your skin, and it's like that for a couple of days. Which is the worst of those three?
Oh, the fingernail on, yeah. Oh, God. Like, that shit can hurt for like a week.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, it happened to me recently. Did I get a paper cut right on the end of my finger, and I kept like just knocking it, and the pain was just so intense. It was like, oh my God. Like, I was in the car and I was like, I think I went to point at something and I just hit the windscreen with my finger, and I was like, what a dickhead I am. Why have I done this?
Do you know what's also quite bad? Splinters. Have you ever had a really bad splinter?
Yeah, I tell you one kind of splinter I had when I was younger. I never get them that often. I never got them that often when I was younger. But one thing I did, right? So I was about 15 and I was trying to show off, right? And so I used to light my cigarettes with matches, right? And I was trying to show off in a way where, you know, you could light a match using your thumbnail like that and it would ignite.
Yeah.
And I was practicing that, right? And fucking hell, this was horrible. I did that, but a bit of the red tip at the end of the match went right down into my thumb. I'm talking about at least halfway. Like, and I was like, it was agony. And I was like, and I just couldn't get it out. So for like about 2 weeks, it was just, I had to watch it grow out. And
Fucking hell.
Right. And then by the time it grew, it got to the end of my thumb where I could have prized it out. It changed from like the red coloured, whatever it is on a match, to just this clear liquid, like paraffin or whatever it was. So like, as I pulled it out, it just came all this sticky, like, it looked like semen. I was like, ugh. So I didn't have a splinter, but that is something that's a memory that's stuck with me.
I used to do it on my teeth. So I'd get a match and just be like, light it like that. And one time I did it, the burnt end snapped off and landed on my lip, and because it was already on fire, it wouldn't come off. It would just like start burning straight into my lip, so I had like a fucking huge burn on my lip for about a month. That wasn't nice. But yeah, I was at the skate park. It was a couple of years ago. I was at a wooden skate park, and I went up this ramp and I went to like grind this transition bit and then grind across this coping thing. And I went flying sideways, and I landed on the deck on the top and slid across, and I felt this fucking splinter go down my finger. And I thought I'd got it out. And I was in work a few days later and I was looking at it. I could see this line underneath my skin. And I just put like loads of pressure like on this bit, and it fucking flew out of the hole. It like squirted out and it just went flying, like a load of blood after it. I was like, yes. That was cool.
Like fucking Baraka from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, if his spikes were like half an inch long and made out of wood.
So, here we are, the Red Museum, a myth arc episode. Well, I mean, it is a myth arc episode, but this starts as as just your pretty much regular Monster of the Week episode, and then slowly gets into the main story, like about halfway through. The whole thing just changes.
Well, we mentioned before how the Monster of the Week episodes are showing bits of Myth Arc, which I fucking love, and I think that's what we need every time. But I wouldn't call it a full-on Myth Arc episode, so we need to come up with a name for these midway episodes.
Myth Arc of the Week.
Myth Arc.
No, Mid Arc. I like Mid Arc. It's a Mid Arc episode.
Mid Arc. Yeah, that sounded so planned, but I just said it, so
it works.
Planned.
There we go. Yeah, okay, we've got a Mid Arc episode here. Yeah, it's not quite Monster of the Week. Conduit. Yeah. All right, cool. And Young at Heart. Was it Young at Heart with the cigarette man at the end trying to get the Science Guy's formula?
Yeah.
Well, actually, watching this episode, I thought back to that episode, Young at Heart. So let's put a pin in that for now, and we'll get to it.
All right.
So we open up at this meat processing plant where cows are being butchered and sawn in half, and it's just fucking hell. This was horrible. I was like, Jesus, I don't want to see how this food's made. Not that I eat beef, but you know.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all. I love animals, and it was fucking horrible.
Yeah,
I guess like pure corpses just getting. If that was a human, they wouldn't show that, would they?
Yeah, we don't. Well, I would hope people don't eat humans, but yeah, it was kind of maybe there's trigger warning on this, but yeah, it's explicit and brutal. It shows how like a meat processing plant works. Basically, you know, the cows are just being sawn up into different types of not types of meat, but you know, different steaks and burgers and all kinds of shit. So we meet this woman who I don't even have a name for her. She's Mrs. Kane actually. So she finishes her shift and she goes home, sees her kids, says they can order pizza, and she goes for a shower. And while she's in the bathroom stripping off, she's about to, you know, take her bra off, and I was like, oh yeah, here we go. There's also someone else like me. There's somebody watching her through a peephole in like full Norman Bates mode. Like he's having a wank as he's watching. He's like, oh yeah. This is a very bizarre part of this episode, like which we'll get into later. But yeah, fucking, I don't know.
She has a very nice silky bra on as well.
She does, yeah. She does.
Old school silky bra. I don't think people wear them like that these days.
No, I don't wear silky bras like that anymore. So
you should, because you need them.
I don't actually. I've lost loads of weight, so I don't have big man boobs anymore.
I was joking. You've never been overweight, Dan. Shut up.
I have, honestly, yeah. Technically, I was overweight. Since I've stopped drinking, I've lost at least 15 kilograms. So I need to lose another 10 before I can get into, like, you know, Finn Balor, six-pack, muscular shape, which is how I'm going to look.
No, like, Finn Balor is, like, close to death levels of underweight. Like, to be that ripped, you've got to be...
He's got to have, like, 0% body fat. Like, that body
0%.
Is, like, ridiculous. Yeah, that'll be me. So Mrs. Kane's oldest son leaves the house after he gets a phone call, and he disappears. He's like, I'll only be gone a minute, but he just disappears for hours, like a father that just goes out for cigarettes and never comes back. The police find him in the woods, confused, running around in his underpants, and written on his back in marker pen are the words, "He is one." And this guy, is Gary? Is his name Gary? Yeah, Gary Kane. Yeah.
Well, speaking of Gary's, I thought it said, "He is on E." And I was like, is he now? I bet he had a fucking great night.
I thought it was like tattooed or scarred in at first. I was like, oh yeah, that's fucking cool. And then later on, they're just like, no, it's just written on him in marker pen. It's like, what's the point? It'll just come off naturally. Like, I don't get this part of the episode. What is going on with this? Like, so let's just talk about it as we go. So the guy that we've just seen in the peephole is doing this to these kids. He's drugging them and then writing "He is one" on the back of them, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. We'll find out who he is in a bit later. So at Mulder and Scully's office, Mulder is showing Scully a picture of the "He is one" writing on Gary, and he says there's been a couple of other victims. Now, instead of just showing Scully a couple of photos discreetly in the office, he has got this like on a projector blown up to like cinema proportions. He's like, "Look, Scully, and this one, and this one." And she's just like, "Mulder, just like relax, chill." I did laugh at him.
Yeah, it's great.
So they fly out to this small town. I can't even think where it is. It's basically a cattle town, isn't it? And they meet up with the sheriff. And the sheriff is actually one of the helpful sheriffs. We need to start like categorizing the sheriffs from each episode, whether they're helpful or not. This dude is a helpful sheriff.
Yeah. He is. I think the local authorities in this are becoming a bit nicer as we get on, We'll probably come across some dicks, but season 1 was just they were all dicks, weren't they?
Yeah.
One of them were.
I think that was just to establish that Mulder and Scully operate on the outside of the law. Not on the outside of the law. On the outside of... They operate on the fringes, and I think now it suits the plots more if the sheriffs are just helpful. It lets them just get on with it a bit more,
Yeah.
So this sheriff, because they're in the middle of cow country, this sheriff is like, right, I know who's done it. It's this group of goddamn vegans. Like, yeah, okay, yeah, they don't eat meat, so it's got to be these vegans. Yeah, he calls them a cult. They are the Church of the Red Museum. So Mulder and Scully go and visit their compound, and this group, they do look unusual. So they're all dressed in white with these gigantic red turbans on. I think it's a really cool look for them. I'd dress like that.
You dress. I'd love to see you dress like that. It's a very eye-catching look. Quite an easy look to create for a cult or religious group, but they look fucking mental. I gotta be honest.
They do, don't they?
They look bizarre. Yeah.
But I'm skipping ahead a bit now. There is nothing about this. I hate to call them a cult because they're not a cult. They're just a organised religious movement because they're not a cult, are they? But there's nothing.
Yeah, so they are a cult then.
No, but they're not like
Obviously.
evil. They're not evil.
Cults aren't necessarily evil.
No, but you know what I mean. They're not like mind warping. The guy in charge is a guy called Odin, who's played by Mark Rolston.
They are denying people of protein. That's sinful.
No, you can get these people have gone into this to be vegans willingly, and they've got the religious beliefs, and you can get protein without meat. Like, yeah,
you can, but you don't have to.
Yeah, I know, and they don't want to, so they don't use the protein argument against this. Like, being a cult.
Right. They're sitting there while he blindly types out messages from some deity while she reads it out to them, and they all sit there going, "Yes, that's a cult." Come on.
Yeah, but it's the same as like being in church. It's the same as like anything like that.
Yeah. They're all cults.
I mean, yeah, I agree with you on that, but I don't think these guys are cults. I don't think these guys are in a cult. This to me just seems like an alternative lifestyle. Like, I don't want to eat meat anymore. I want to live a simple life away from all this. But they don't seem to exile people or have cut them off from the families. Oh, mind you, we don't know that they don't do that because we don't see any of that, do we?
They don't let anybody enter their homes if they're meat eaters and stuff. And
yeah, that's fair enough. You don't want the stench of death in your home, do you?
They remind me a bit of the cult from The Leftovers. The smoking cult. Remember that?
I've never seen The Leftovers. No.
You need to watch that immediately. But all in white, they have one thing that they're against that we are aware of and that kind of thing. So.
What about the cult from the film The Endless? Would you say they're a cult without spoiling?
I mean, yeah. I don't know. It's hard to say because they're not I can't say it without spoiling it. I don't think.
But they're really sound though because they're they let the two main guys leave. They don't try and stop them and they don't cut them off. And when they leave, they just leave. And when they come back, they're just welcomed with open arms. So it's just like a religious group, like an evil cult.
They're literally just a community because they don't have. I haven't seen it in a while. They don't have extreme beliefs, do they? Other than
the main thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but neither does this Church of the Red Museum. They're just we just don't want to eat animals and don't want to be associated with anyone that does eat animals. That's not extreme.
No, because he's getting messages from some kind of god and he's typing it out and
they do believe
messages onto other people.
They do believe that they're they're all vessels as well, don't they? They believe that their souls have left their body and been taken over by demons, basically.
Yeah, there you go.
And they say Abraham Lincoln was one and so was one. And is that Elvis or something? I don't know. Anyway, you can call them a cult. I will call them a religious organization. So their leader is Odin, played by Mark Rolston, a familiar face from many films and TV series. What do you know Mark Rolston from most or best?
I'm going to have a look now, baby. Let me have a look. So, what do I know him from? Shawshank Redemption.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, he's in The Departed as well.
Come on, there's one other you're missing. There's the most glaring one you're missing.
He voices Norman Osborn in Marvel's Spider-Man 2 for the PS5.
Well, not that.
He voices Baron Atzmon in Star Wars Tales of the Galaxy's Edge Last Call.
Are you trying to wind me up?
He,
I don't want to know if he voices anyone. Like, give me his most famous live action role, you prick. Hurry up and do it.
I'm looking through his shit. I don't know. He's in The Mentalist. I used to love The Mentalist.
You're winding me up now. You're doing this on purpose now. He is Drake from Aliens.
Oh, the worst Alien film.
Fucking, you know what? I'm keeping that in. You said that, and that's going out. I'm letting that air. So you think Aliens is the worst Alien film? You prefer Alien Romulus. You prefer Alien vs Predator Requiem to Aliens. I'm keeping that in.
Oh God!
Yes, he's Private Drake from Aliens, the guy who gets the acid on him and then flamethrowers the APC in a fucking brilliant scene. Yeah. I love that. Oh God, I love that. Can't wait to do Aliens.
He's also in RoboCop 2.
He is, yeah. He plays one of the striking cops, I think.
Yeah, he's also in Lethal Weapon 2.
Never seen it.
I don't remember Lethal Weapon 2 either, to be honest.
I don't think I've ever seen any of the Lethal Weapon films.
The first one's one that, I think the first and the fourth ones are the ones that really stuck with me.
Right, so Mulder and Scully go to interview Gary Kane about his fucking mad ecstasy trip that he had in the forest. And he says he felt an animal spirit enter him. And I was like, oh, okay, right, where are they going to go with this? And he just never mentions it ever again. I was like, oh, okay. So while Mulder's questioning him further, Scully starts talking to the younger brother while that person who is lurking in the crawl space is clearly spying and again masturbating. Yeah. And Scully notices. Scully looks directly at him at one point.
That eye contact. Oh, that must have been either really good for him or really bad for him. Yeah.
The fear of getting caught. I mean, yeah, if Gillian Anderson looked at me, I'm not going to say anything else, but yeah.
I wonder if she heard him, just like...
Oh, fucking hell. This is really weird. I mean, I know the X-Files is weird, but this is a really weird thing to have in the X-Files.
Wait, is he actually wanking?
Well, I think so, yeah. I mean, they imply that he's... Later on when he gets caught, they imply that he's been filming that... He owns the building, so he's been filming it for years and years and years. And he says, I have a sickness. Now, they don't say that he's masturbating, but what they say that the building used to be a daycare centre as well, which has got some really dark implications. So it's a bit like...
Yeah.
So he's either a voyeur... Well, yeah, I guess he's a voyeur, but they neither confirm nor deny if he is a chronic masturbator. So Mulder and Scully go out for dinner and they eat ribs, and Scully ends up covered in barbecue sauce. And is she wearing white as well? She's out there eating. Just like fucking hell, Scully, come on.
She's got it all over her face, and Mulder, like a gentleman, wipes it off for her.
And she just looks radiant as ever. So
she does.
They witness an altercation when a Red Museum member gets harassed by these 80s high school bullies, and Mulder intervenes, and the main bully is a guy called Rick, who is the sheriff's son, and he is this little asshole. Like, he's a prick. They see Scully's gun, and they're like, hey, maybe my dad would have something to say about this. And Mulder's like, yeah, I think we should call your dad. Get your fucking dad out of here. Might give you a clap around the ear, you little tosser. Yeah, this dude sucks.
You know, this kid has just been living his life threatening people with his dad and just putting his weight around, being an arsehole.
Fucking Biff Tannen, isn't he?
Yeah. God, I love Biff.
So Rick drops his girlfriend off, which I thought was going to be home, but it just looks like this random parking lot in the middle of the forest. Like, and instead of waiting to see her go into the house, like any normal person would do, he's like, see you, babe, and just like speeds off and lets her walk off into the darkness by herself.
While he's listening to this rock tune that's just like dun, 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 and the singer's like, yeah. It sounded like something on South Park. It was fucking great. Yeah. I had a look on the soundtrack. I didn't have time to Shazam it or anything, but I had a look on the soundtrack on the IMDb, but there's nothing on there for it. Yeah. But later on as well, he's listening to what I assume is the same band, and it's exactly the same shit.
I'm surprised he hasn't got a t-shirt with his own face on it, like that bully from South Park. Yeah, so he drops his girlfriend off, and she starts to pet a stray dog, and she's then jumped, attacked, kidnapped, and drugged, I think. And she is later found with "he is one" writing on her back. Does it say "he is one" or is it "she is one"? Do you even see what it says?
She is one.
Is it she?
Yeah,
is
she
one?
is one. So she's in the woods, and she's like, she looks up at the trees, and all those birds are in the trees.
Yeah.
And the tree and the birds just sort of just transform into one giant crow that just comes out of her face. And I was like, fucking hell. I was like, someone's been reading my graphic novel.
Yeah, but I mean, your graphic novel looks way better than this fucking Mortal Kombat Conquest level special effects. That's the fucking cheapest, like, pre-CGI stuff you could do.
Yeah, it's pretty shit. Like, I'll stop plugging my graphic novel to all of our 2 listeners.
Yeah, they've probably already bought it. Yeah, she also hallucinates being attacked by insects on the ground, so she's not having a good time. So when she goes to hospital, Scully discovers that she has a certain type of controlled drug in her system, which causes hallucinations in massive doses, also knocks people out. But only doctors can order this, so they learn that Odin, the leader of the Red Museum, was formerly a doctor, and they try and bring him in for questioning. They do bring him in for questioning, but first they try and barge their way into his house, and he's just like, he's not a dumbass, he knows his rights. He's just like, have you got any evidence that proves I'm suspicious of committing a crime? He's really calm, collected, just doesn't take any shit. Yeah. And Mulder's like, oh, this guy actually knows what to do. And they turn around and they see they're surrounded by Red Museum members, but they haven't heard him arrive. It's really fucking unsettling, really fucking spooky shit, this.
Yeah. Do you know what? I was walking through local lead mine, you'll know which one I mean. And I turned around, and in the distance I just saw like what looked like 4 cloaked people in like robes, like down this really small, like almost deserted path. And I was like, what the fuck? And I took a photo of it, and I took a zoomed in photo of it. It's not like people, but it looks like people. I'll send it to you later. It's fucking dead good. I was so excited. It was great.
I remember once when I walked home, quite inebriated, let's say, but not from alcohol. I walked across this rugby field as a shortcut, and I saw a team of rugby players like running towards me, like ghostly rugby players, and I was like, fuck. I like closed my eyes, looked away, looked back, and they were gone. I was like, yeah, oh god, powerful stuff. Powerful stuff, man. Oh god, to be young again. Mm-hmm. So they take Odin in for questioning, yada yada yada. He doesn't give him anything because he hasn't done anything, and they all have to leave because they see that the Red Museum members are now protesting outside the barbecue restaurant. They're like, meat is wrong, and because they're wearing all white, the sheriff's asshole son Rick turns up with a bucket of blood, and he's like, oh, check this out, and like dunks them all in like cow guts. Which, to be fair, you know, I'm all for like alternative lifestyles and do whatever you want, but like I'm also for like, you know, let other people do what they want. If you want to be vegan, that's fine, that's cool, but let other people eat meat, you know?
Yeah, of course.
I'm all about freedom of choice.
Yeah, so am I. And that's why I'm all about his choice to invoke his inner gangrel and give them a fucking bloodbath.
Well, it makes sense now. That's why they've chosen to put these guys in white, isn't it? The production team, just so this blood looks really fucking effective. It's like a wrestler coming out for when they're going to have like a hardcore death match. They always wear white, don't they? So the blood stains their shirt. It's fucking really cool.
That's it. Just to clarify, though, I am not in support of people throwing blood at other people. That's disgusting and horrible, and cruel, and that dangerous. Is a criminal offence. Dangerous, it's assault, isn't it? So no, I'm not in support of that at all.
Unless there's people on like fox hunts, then that's they deserve everything they get.
Oh yeah, fucking hell, I'd send them straight to death. I would. They're the worst kind of people on the planet. Well, not the worst, but some of the worst.
So while they're watching this protest, this farmer calls Scully over. He's like, "Hey, I got something to show you. I'll tell you what's going on here." So he drives Scully and Mulder out to some random farmland, and he just gives this long, fucking boring life story about how hard farming is and how cattle are injected with hormones to increase production and meat. But he also like tells the story about his grandfather and then his father. But he's like, my granddaddy died over there when he fell off his tractor. I'm like, fucking dumbass. He basically says that ever since these cows have started getting injected with hormones, like the town have just become like insane and mental. Like there's been like 7 rapes, and like everyone's just more hyper aggressive. live. And like Scully's like, he's like, it's ever since these hormones have been introduced to the cows. And Scully's like, well, they're FDA approved. And the guy's like, what, the government? Walks off. And Scully's like, well, yeah, he's got a point. The government are dicks. Like,
he well mugged her off with that line.
He did.
She's just there like,
Now, we see these two men who are injecting the cows, right? And this really threw me at this point. So one of the guys turns around and he looks at the camera all like mysterious and like menacingly, like we're supposed to know who he is, right? No, did you understand who he was straight away?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't.
His glasses made me realise that he's the peeping Tom.
Yeah, the peephole wanker, yeah.
The peephole wanker.
The cow injecting people masturbator, yeah, it's him, right? Now, this took me back because I saw him and I was like, oh, he's obviously some sort of scientist that we've seen before. And I thought he was the guy from, the episode Young at Heart, where the guy's got the lizard salamander hand.
Oh, yeah.
The scientist that created him. He's like one of those weird glasses dudes for like the guy from him. I thought it was him. I was like, oh my God, that guy's back. Because he works for the government, doesn't it? And I was like, oh my God, I never knew that he came back. But it's not him and it's a completely different actor. No. So I was completely wrong on that one. Yes, I was very, very embarrassed. So it turns out the guys that are injecting the cows, one of them is a peephole masturbator. We just get this next scene. We get this random scene of this doctor on an airplane carrying a suitcase full of cash and a list of credit card numbers, and they're just flying in, and they're like, "I don't think we're going to make it to the airport, Doc." And they just smash into the forest and just blow up. I was like, "Who are these fucking guys?"
Well, the pilot's like, "I don't think we're going to make it. We got to land somewhere," and then he just fucking dive bombs directly to the floor. Explode.
Nosedives into the forest.
Yeah, it's like, hell, dude, I was expecting you to try and immediately land fucking face first into the ground.
I mean, yeah, you need somewhere like reasonably flat, not a forest. Like, what? I mean, apart from the sea, that might be the worst place to land. It's funny as well because when the crash team were like investigating, the sheriff's like, yeah, this is Dr. Larson. He's like the town doctor, has been for years. And they're like, we're still waiting on ID for the pilot, and we never find out who the pilot is. Not that it matters, but I was like, what a job. I didn't even get a name in this. Like, yes, we found out this Dr. Larson that's just died. He had delivered all the He Is One victims at birth and had been their doctor for years and had been giving him quote unquote vitamin shots, which turned out to be alien DNA injections. So, there you go. But we don't find that out till a bit later on.
Yeah.
So one of the hormone injector guys, not the peephole wanker, the other guy, he is assassinated by a mysterious man wearing a leather jacket. And did you recognize this dude before Scully said who he is?
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you? Yeah.
I recognize his face.
He's got that scar across his nose as well, hasn't he?
He has, yeah. He reminded me, do you remember that bloke that we used to play poker with called Chris? He used to sit there like chewing gum, just like...
I remember him, yeah. Yeah, he does look like him, doesn't he?
Of him. But yes, I do know who he is from previous.
He was in the Erlenmeyer Flask, I think was his main episode, where he's the murderer of Deep Throat. He's one of the conspiracies, the Man in Black. Yeah. So he's a big villain. He was also the guy that was outside the house when Mulder was on the phone with that giant radar dish listening to Mulder's conversation, if you remember.
Oh shit! Yeah, remember. The Cleaner. His name is
Crew Cut Man.
Crew Cut Man. Yeah. In this episode, he's called the Cleaner. So. I could have sworn he was in more episodes than this,
How many is he in?
He's only in 2 episodes. Crazy.
Oh, really? Okay. Oh, yeah. Erlenmeyer Flask and this episode, yeah.
Lindsay Ginter, his name is, and he passed away 2 years ago, or a year and a half ago. So, R.I.P. dude.
Yeah. It's not like he's got a lot to work with as an actor. He's just got to be like a menacing guy that shoots people. But I think he does portray through not saying, through no dialogue, portray that he's like a dangerous motherfucker. Yeah. Like he looks imposing.
Yeah. He's got a good look. And his facial expressions and stuff. He's almost got like a smile on his face as he's doing stuff, and it's like quite creepy. Yeah, very good.
Very good I like this dude. Rest in peace to that guy. So the Crew Cut Man just literally drives up to one of these hormone injector dudes and just like shoots him and just drives away. Like, just see ya, kills him cleanly and walks away.
Break the wrist, walk away.
So back at the Kane house, Mulder discovers the peephole behind the bathroom mirror and the hidden room, and this room is full of videotapes. It's just like, oh man, like
If you think about how long one of those tapes records for, so those like VHSs used to record for about 3 hours, didn't they? You could buy the cheaper ones that were like had like an hour's worth on it.
Yeah.
But the ones that I remember having had like at least 3 hours on them, and there are about 500 tapes in here.
Fucking hell.
So you do the maths.
And you know, he's probably like, he's gone back and watched the tapes when something happens, and he's to save money, he's recorded over the bits where there's nothing. So God, there must be like. So they drag this dude in, the glasses wanker, who is Gerd Thomas. He's the owner of the house. He former daycare operator. He admits to being a voyeur, and he's also been the one who has been kidnapping all the kids and drugging them and saying he is one on them because he knows something's going on. Is that right?
Yeah, he knows that these kids have been experimented on, probably from birth. Yeah. So somehow he knows that, but he lets people know by not really telling anybody and just kidnapping them and doing weird shit to them. Behaviour of an oddball is all I can say. Professional weirdo.
I mean, that and the wanking as well. It's got to,
The wanking's pretty bad, yeah.
Yeah. While all this has been going on as well, Rick also got kidnapped and drugged and got the He Is One treatment, except Rick is the only one that has died. So they discover Rick's dead body in the forest, and it's implied that the crew cut man murdered him because he's going around killing all the He Is One victims and trying to just cover up evidence of the alien DNA being injected into people.
Yeah.
So as he's been driving off, the crew cut man passes Mulder and Scully in the car, and Scully recognizes him, and she's like, I know that man from somewhere and I cannot think where from, but she eventually connects him to Deep Throat's murder, which we get a nice flashback to, because I don't think any of the viewers would have got this either.
No, I mean, it would have been like, 10 episodes ago, 11 episodes ago, and you only really see him in the dark, don't you? So, yeah, it's good that they did that.
She runs tests on what's been found in these hormones and shit, and she concludes that the cattle and the kids have been injected with purity control, which was the alien DNA previously found in the Erlenmeyer flask. But then it's not conclusive that it even is alien DNA. So Mulder and Scully put together that the crew cut man is trying to kill all the He Is One gang and all their families. So they ask Odin for help, and the families all move into the Red Museum compound for protection. So that's pretty much the Red Museum guys done for this episode now. They don't really do anything else after this. This has gone full on conspiracy now rather than Monster of the Week.
Yeah. Well, did you notice that the mum, so like, what's her name? Thingy Kane?
Yeah.
She turns up and it like the camera shows her because she's been in this episode, and she walks in and she's got her 16-year-old son, the one who got abducted and the one who was abducted in the beginning, but she's also holding her other son. And this kid's like 12 or something. He is way too big to be being held by a woman that is around her size, he's fucking huge, and she's like just holding him like a baby. It made me laugh.
Do you want to carry up, son? Yeah. So Mulder says that he's going to track down the crew cut man and find out what's going on, but Mulder's like, I'm taking this dude alive because every lead I've had over the past 18 months, something has gone wrong and I need somebody. And I was thinking, Mulder, I think if you get this dude alive, he's never going to say anything ever because of who he is. He's like highly trained operative. Like, he's never going to give you anything.
Yeah, he's probably got like a cyanide cap in his tooth, hasn't he? So
yeah, it turns out he doesn't even need that in the end. So Mulder tracks him down to the meat processing plant where the crew cut man is preparing to burn it down and destroy the evidence, and he chases him through the hanging dead cows. And this reminded me of Predator 2. I was expecting Gary Busey to jump out with like an ice gun, just be like, "Hey, motherfucker, it's me!" And that just made me wish I was watching Predator 2.
Nice.
Yeah. So they get into a scrap and the crew cut man overpowers Mulder and is about to torch the factory. But Scully and the sheriff arrive and they hold him at gunpoint and they're like, freeze! And he's like, okay. And then it cuts to Mulder and you hear a gunshot. And I was like, oh, Scully's one up in Bullet Club. But it turns out it wasn't Scully that did the shooting. It was the sheriff who was killed. The crew cut man is revenge for the crew cut man killing his asshole son Rick. Yeah, this was a pretty anticlimactic death for, I thought, a pretty good villain.
Yeah, I thought I remembered him being in more, but just misremembering. But the sheriff does unload into him. he fires off his whole weapon like straight into him. But you can see that the crew cut man's not even like fucking phased by it when they hold him up, because he's still gonna fucking light it on fire. You know, he's still gonna do it because he's dedicated. You know,
shame he's on the side of evil, isn't it? If he could, it would have been a.
I know.
Guy. If he was a good guy, you know, things could have gone so different for him.
I know, bless him.
Basically, Scully gives a narration at the end of the episode about everything that's happened. She says that the assassin has no identity, no fingerprints, nobody is going to come forward to claim this body. There's no evidence, there's no witnesses willing to talk, and this case basically just remains unsolved. So, once again, they find no proof.
Yeah.
That brings us to the end of the episode. What did you think of this one?
Yeah, I quite enjoyed it, actually, much more than the last episode. I love the turns it into a bit of a myth arc episode. I like the involvement of the cult or religious group, even though that they didn't have much to do. It felt like it could have done with an extra 10 minutes, maybe, just to explain a few loose ends, like the kids and like the wanker. What was his idea? Like,
yeah, I know,
just like wanking and kidnapping children and letting them go. Just a bit weird, but it was fine. You know, I was entertained by it. I think Scully was the first person to mention that it's alien DNA as well, and she's not in denial in this episode, and so that gives me like hope that she's going to start opening her eyes more, and you know,
she was directly involved in the purity control stuff in the Erlenmeyer flask, wasn't she? So she's familiar with this. She at least knows that there's some conspiracy going on because she's seen things, so she can't deny that. But you know, she's not quite all there with alien DNA yet, even though she got kidnapped by him. So I thought this was good. I thought it was a bit, it was good. I like the monster of the week start, and then like you say, the twist into a myth arc that was really good because it shows that the government are experimenting on normal people. You know, it's not all just high-powered military DC stuff. It's like they're doing this to the general populace, which gives Mulder another good reason for Mulder to be like, right, I need to stop this, or the people need to know what's going on. So I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
I think it was. I didn't like the death of the crew cut man. I could have done with him. This being a two-parter and him being killed off in the next episode a bit more flashy. I think, you know, like maybe falling into a meat grinder or something cool like that.
Like Michael Myers and Halloween Ends.
Yeah, give me that gore. Yeah. Have you got any trivia for us?
You'll never believe it, Dan. I do.
You do?
I actually do. And there's a little bit more than last time, so gear up. This was originally conceived as an internetwork crossover between The X-Files and Picket Fence, but was rewritten to stand alone when negotiations fell through. Now, I don't know what Picket Fence is, so I'm quickly going to...
I saw that last night, and I meant to do the same thing, but I didn't get around to it.
Sorry, it's called Picket Fences, not Picket Fence. But I just opened it up on IMDb, and it's just a bunch of dudes with hooks for hands. I don't know if that's part of the story or what. An aging sheriff tries to keep the peace in Rome, Wisconsin, a small town plagued by violent and bizarre crimes.
That sounds pretty cool.
You know, it's got let's have a look. It's got a 7.8 rating. It looked way more comedy than X-Files. Is that Andrea from The Walking Dead? It's got Tom Skerritt, Kathy Baker, Lauren Holly, Kostas Mandailo, a few other people.
I can take Tom Skerritt.
What, in a fight?
Probably now he's like nearly 90. Yeah, I reckon I could. Not a young Tom Skerritt.
You couldn't. Yeah, so there you go. Oh, it's the main woman in it is Mary from Dumb and Dumber. You know, Jim Carrey's actual wife.
Ex-wife.
For a period of time. Yeah, for a period of time, I did say. Listen, open your fucking ears, Dan.
When they got divorced, apparently some of the reasons cited were, he cited that she was jealous of his career, which skyrocketed, and she said that he wouldn't stop pulling faces at himself in the mirror.
Well, what do you expect? It's Jim Carrey.
I think both of those things are true.
Yeah, I think so too. But it looks kind of shit, kind of cheesy, but I'd give it a watch. Maybe we can watch it together or something. Maybe do an episode on it. Okay, I'm going to move on. Robert Clothier, who appeared as the old man, would go on to appear as Commander Christopher Johansson in Piper Maru in season 3.
Cool. Okay.
In an episode about a cult and children and livestock being injected with questionable drugs, the song Rick and Brad listen to in the truck is called Bad Medicine by a band called God's Children.
Oh yeah, then.
It's not the good Bad Medicine by Bovine Jovi.
Bovine Jovi.
but it sounds cheesy as fuck, and I like that shit. Joshua Murray played an uncredited role of Red Museum church member. The bullying scene in front of the restaurant. He is the brother of actress Catherine Isabel, who played Lisa in Schizogeny in 1998. Both are the show's producer Graham Murray's children. Catherine Isabel is, she's Ginger Snaps, and also Freddy vs. Jason and See No Evil 2.
Oh, God, yeah, she was, wasn't she? Yeah, fucking hell, yeah.
Yeah.
She was the only good part of that film. I've blocked that film from my mind.
I couldn't even remember what it was then. I was like, what was that fucking film with her in that hospital? For some reason, this is some trivia. This episode was repeated the night after the Oklahoma City bombing. Why? Why is that trivia? 8 people thought this was helpful. 28 people downvoted this. Good, because that's stupid.
Oh God!
The scene in which Mulder wipes up Scully's lip when they are having dinner was improvised by David Duchovny. When he saw Gillian Anderson had stained herself, who the fuck's written this? Stained herself, wipes up her lip. They kept it in, nurturing even more the usual unresolved sexual tension between them. Who the fuck wrote that? That is just like, oh my God, I don't know.
David Duchovny cleaned up Gillian Anderson when she soiled herself.
That's what it fucking reads like. Nurturing even more the usual unresolved sexual tension between them. It's like fucking Joey when he uses a thesaurus to write that speech in Friends. This is the first time we hear Mulder and Scully discussing walk-ins, which we discover later is how Samantha really died. Okay. According to Scully's voiceover in the final scene, this episode recounts the happenings of X-Files case XWC blah blah blah. It remains open and unresolved.
That's not trivia. That's something that happened in the episode, which was literally narrated by the main character.
That's in the spoiler trivia as well. It's got 14 upvotes and 14 downvotes, so people are on the
put me on the downvote team.
I'm going to downvote it. Oh, you have to sign in, create an account. Fuck off.
We go through this every time. You're like, I'm going to downvote this shit, and you're like, oh, you have to sign in. This is like at least the third time you've done this.
I know. Crikey. And that's your trivia of the week.
Thank you, Paul. Have you got a spooky beef-related story?
I've got a spooky story. Yeah, this is a real story, so there's no belief in it. This actually happened. So, as this episode started, in the opening scene when the kid has been missing for like 12 hours when he only went out for 5 minutes, blah blah blah. This immediately reminded me of a true story of the 3-year-old boy called Riker Webb. Have you ever heard of him?
No, I have not.
So, on June the 3rd, 2022, Riker Webb disappeared after playing with his dog outside his family home. His father had left him alone for a few minutes, but when he returned, Riker had supposedly walked into the forest. 2 hours after he disappeared, the police were called and a search party was sent to find the missing boy. 2 days later, a Montana couple discovered Riker in their small shed outside their cabin after hearing the noises of the little boy. This small shed is where the couple's generator was stored for their cabin, which is how Riker stayed safe and warm. He's found in an area highly infested with mountain lions and bears. When the couple discovered the missing boy, he was wide-eyed and terrified. The shed where he was found was located a startling 2.5 miles away from his home. The police questioned why his parents waited 2 hours to report him missing. He was only located after an expansive search that involved steady presence of ground searchers, ATVs, drones, and dog teams. So Riker's story has turned into a viral crime phenomenon due to the uncertainty of the situation. The investigation is still open, but the public has derived its own suspicions. Some believe that he may have been kidnapped, which is how he ended up miles away from his family. His parents also told police that he was not wearing the same clothes he was when he went missing. Others enjoy the theory that skinwalkers were involved.
Of course, yeah.
That's what you jump to when you hear about things like this. So what you need to do, Dan, is just have a quick Google and look at the pictures of him before he went missing and when he was found. He is like a different person. It's fucking freaky. Obviously, he's been through some stuff. He's gone missing. He's probably had quite a fair amount of trauma for a 3-year-old boy. But his face, the look on his face is scary. Like, to try and be respectful and everything, it is really scary to look at him. After Riker was found, photos of him after the incident were released to the public. Many believe that the boy who was returned as Riker may not be him at all. Public comments claim that his head is shaped differently, his eyes change colour, or his nose is not the same. A DNA test was done that some on TikTok are saying confirms suspicions that he was not the same boy.
What?
Riker was said to have experienced
TikTok is saying
shell
that?
shock. People are going, oh, well, if they had to do DNA, then they think that he's not the same person, which it's weird, but, jumping to conclusions there. Riker was said to have experienced shell shock, an initial reaction that occurs after a very traumatic event similar to PTSD. So I remember hearing about this, I think when it happened, and the pictures came out, and it was fucking weird and creepy. So I found a Reddit thread, people asking for theories about what happened, and this is the kind of stuff that I like getting into, deep diving into these rabbit holes of theories. I don't take them seriously, but I just love this kind of stuff. There's a video of his older brother asking him what he saw in the woods, and Riker started telling him about a house he found in the woods, and there was a person, and he was referring to him and that person as we, as if he spent some time with him. It's quite a big paragraph that doesn't refer to everything that we're talking about, but one of my theories is that either he had seen some whack shit Wendigo, Skinwalker in the woods, some shit that since he was so young he can't even describe. Another one has to be SA by some junkies in the woods, because if you look at his eyes, regardless of lack of sleep, it reminds me of panda eyes. Someone's put, I did a remote viewing, and as wild as this sounds, he was taken by elementals into a dimensional pocket, which is why he survived. Okay, that's...
I mean, yeah, makes sense, yeah. That's what I would have gone for first, yeah.
That's the logic, isn't it? The reason why he looks so different is because when you're pulled into a dimensional pocket, time goes by faster there. But he does look older. He looks like about fucking 3 years older. It is weird. Bro, even his eyes switched forms, bruh. That's not the same face and definitely not the same clothes.
Well, no, do you know what? I've Googled a picture of him, right? And it's got this, like, before and after he disappeared and was found. It's got before he went missing and after he was found. And the after he was found one, yeah, he's got different hair and he looks like he's changed a little bit. But the before one, remember, that wasn't taken on the day he went missing. That's a photo that they had of him, which could have been from like 6 months, a year.
Yeah.
Older. Yeah. Of course he looks fucking older.
But it is like the photo of him being found is still quite weird looking and that, I mean, but I will end this. I'll end this little comment section on something that I've only read the first sentence, but it seems more logical than all the other fucking nut jobs. I'm a Montanan and believe that he really did just find a shed and use something inside. A lawnmower bag is mentioned a lot. To stay warm overnight, 2 days in sub-zero night temperatures is really rough, but not automatic death, especially if you have shelter or some kind of covering. Wild animals probably heard people looking for him and avoided the area. They are not stupid. They understand that attacking a human child will bring adult humans to come and kill them. I think he just wandered off and got very lucky and was acclimated to Montana cold. When my younger cousin was 3, she'd run out into the snow with no coat or shoes like it was nothing. Kids are built tough here. That is like...
Oh, that's what actually happened, yeah.
No, Dan. He entered a pocket dimension in which he aged 3 years and came out. He went through the event horizon dimension. That's where he came out looking so wild-eyed and wide-eyed and...
Where do the skinwalkers fit into this?
They transported him to it and brought him back to that shed. I don't know.
That is a good story, though. That is a spooky story, and I can sort of get behind like supernatural. Oh, maybe it was this, but it's when people jump straight to, oh yeah, definitely skinwalkers, definitely other dimensions. I'm sorry, just no. Occam's razor. So I don't believe this one, Paul. What about you?
I believe that it was the most logical explanation. Occam's razor, like you said. I can't say I believe, but I want to believe.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That brings us to the end of our episode. We will see you next time for a episode called Excelsius Day. We've got a run of Monster of the Week episodes coming up. I think we've got 5 in a row before we get some Myth Arc. And then after that we get 2 Myth Arc, and then we have a run of 7 in a row before... 8 in a row. 8 in a row, Monster of the Week.
Fuck's sake. Come on.
Yeah. Right, we'll see you in 10 days' time. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Goodbye and good night.
Goodbye.